Good morning, guys. That was an early one. I think anytime you have to travel on a new adventure specifically, and you have to leave really early, I feel like I end up staying up later packing, especially trips like this where they're new adventures. This one's full on. This is a 10-dayer. Well, it's a 7-day race, BC bike race. Mark is wrenching for us, and we'll meet Laurie in the Toronto Pearson Airport from flying in from Montreal. She had an even earlier morning. And then we head to Kelowna for our first time ever BC bike race. Stay tuned. Oh, hey.
Hi.
Good morning.
Hello.
It's Hayden.
It's Hayden, our buddy.
We got Mark over here. Looks well rested. Did you get a lot of sleep?
No. No, I did not. I took a nap. That was fun. Then when your alarm goes off, it's like one of those things. What is that? What is that? And then you realize it's your alarm.
And Mom. Hello. You're like our go-to. We call upon you for pretty much anything. Like, oh, I left the heat on in the house. Can you run up and turn it down? Or can you let the dogs out? Or we need to go to the airport at 5 in the morning. Do you enjoy it?
Of course.
I think, Mom, you and I have a funny thing going. We do these IOUs. So you just keep marking things down in like the journal. But I think I haven't squared up in like a year and a half.
Yep.
So what do you charge for a 5 a.m. wake up?
A lot more than just during the day stuff.
My bill's getting high.
Your bill's getting high.
Sushi for breakfast. What are you excited for?
I'm super excited for the BC bike race. Like I thought I wouldn't be, but now I am.
What's the longest you've ridden your bike in 1 week?
Maybe 25 hours.
All right, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's probably all you need.
Yeah. It's been a long time though.
Have you ever done any stage races yet?
Never. First stage race ever.
Cool. Straight into a 7-dayer.
Yeah. You too? No, huh? Second?
Fourth.
Fourth?
Yeah.
If we bunk together.
Yeah. But you've got it's different competition.
I
Laurie's
know.
racing the singles.
Yeah. I have like other Canadian girl who's like gonna be very fast.
That's the best.
Yeah.
And Adam and I are racing the duo. How do you feel about racing the duo?
I'm just excited to ride my bike, honestly.
You don't actually care about me at all. You're just
No,
like,
I do.
I want a reason to ride my bike
I don't
for
wanna
7
hold-
days straight.
I don't want to hold you back, but I'm just excited to ride my bike because it's not like the stage race is in BC, like on some of the best trails. So, and I haven't ridden my bike much in the last 3 years. So,
It's true. Adam's really only ridden his bike maybe like 3 hours in the last 3 weeks, but he said he doesn't want to hold me back. Let's be honest. You know those people in your group of friends that don't ever ride, but yet when they get on their bike, they're so fast, and that skill and that fitness never really seems to go away. Well, that's Adam, if you don't already know that. But yeah, we'll see if it's just like a 90-minute thing. If you can hold it for 7 days straight, we'll learn together.
Where do you want to sit, Joel?
So we just got to our Airbnb on the coastline, and we only just realized that with the 3 hour time change that the Time is not 4:30, it's only 1:30. So we have to kill a couple hours until it's available. So we're gonna go get some, maybe sushi, or what are we getting? These guys want beer. Yeah, we're at a brewery. It's happening. And on the West Coast. You
can take some though.
So much.
Very well. Thank you. Anytime.
Well, you have a little one. Huh?
Yeah.
All I want is satisfaction. Make a move, baby, you got nothing to lose.
You don't need brake rotors, right?
No.
Okay. Full send, risky for the biscuit.
Yeah, a little bit. You want to change place?
What are you doing, Emily?
Marky Mark.
Well, good morning.
Good morning. What are we working on?
Just building Adam's bike up here from the long trek from Toronto.
What are you doing now, specifically?
Just installing the rear derailleur here. Just remember, guys, whenever you're doing it, the B-tension screw, always want to make sure that's in the proper place before dialing the actual screw on there, because you don't want to bend that, otherwise you're in very big trouble.
So, but doesn't it just rest against it? Like there's not.
Like right against the drop, the hanger here. Here, let me back this off for you and I can show you how you could easily mess this up.
Cool. That is something that when you're traveling, you have to do every time. So.
See how it moves? You just need to make sure that's right in place there on the hanger.
Okay.
And then snug it up.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this is the Neuron. You have a Neuron at home, Mark.
Yep.
This is Adam's new Neuron. And the travel, we're what is it in the front?
It's 130, 130.
130, 130.
Adam's really liking this bike. Really liking this bike.
Would you ever run a full XC, like 100 and 100 mil travel again? Or are you kind of sold on these bigger trail bikes for XC?
It depends on what you're doing, but what I'm doing.
It's a smaller trail bike. It's a small trail bike. Correct.
What I'm doing anymore, this is like the ticket right there.
It's a really nice compromise, especially because you and Adam are like what?
Oh, we don't need to get into that, Emily.
Well, Adam's 180 something. All right, let's get back to work.
You got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion. Just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat. Destined by the motion.
200? 300?
Okay, hold on. Before you finish what you're about to say, tell us on the camera. What are you about to give me trouble for?
I'm not gonna give anybody any trouble, Emily.
But
I'm just saying, when you let your air out for travel, and then when we get where we're going and the valves will not take any air anymore, do a little close up on this.
okie dokie.
This is why. And I think this can be avoided if we let the air out of the tires properly.
Okay, but how do you do that?
Now, I'm gonna do some more experimenting, but I think if the valve is at the bottom, your sealant will be at the bottom of the tire, and therefore it won't necessarily make it here. And I would start by letting it out slowly. If you let it out really fast, it's gonna pull sealant into the valve. A lot of valves, you can replace these if they are too bad. Sometimes you can stick a very small Allen key in there to clean it out as well. But I think this will be enough to get this working again.
Cool. This is a classic morning.
Oh my god. It's 10:30 in the morning and we're going to war. We're going to war this week with the BC bike race, and I'll take you to my warriors. Okay, I'm the captain of the crew, and this is Mark. This is Mark.
What is that?
Ensure that we don't die in the field. And this is Adam.
Hey, how's it going?
Adam is gonna be our
Sweet.
second character, and here's our main character. She's got everything on her shoulder. She's got everything on her shoulder. Let's do it. She's got it.
I'm getting out of here.
Laurie, when's the last time you rode your bike?
I rode my bike 1 week ago. Okay, so I rode my bike. The last time I rode my bike, it was at Nationals, okay? Like 7 days ago. And I lost all of my shape, fitness, all of it, gone in the lake. And now,
In the lake?
now I'm like going up the stairs and I'm like,
This is Laurie's first mountain bike stage race.
You need
Adam, you've only done 1 or 2 in the past, I think.
1 or 2? No, I've done a bunch.
Sorry, a bunch. But Mark is a former road.
No. Then Adam can do it.
no, you're
Mark
the
is a
road-
former pro roadie
No,
and
no.
is very familiar with how stage racing on the road goes. But I've only done a few last year in Spain. Anyways, Laurie has some questions with how to approach a stage race versus a 90-minute World Cup style of racing. So
Full blown right from the gun. Don't look back. Get a gap, then you got defense the rest of the week.
That's how I would race.
No, you have to look for opportunities for sure. You need to know the stage is pretty good and like what's coming, what days you might want to sit in and rest a bit or be on
Yeah.
the defense, or what days you want to actually go on the move and try to potentially gain gaps on the competition.
Yeah.
But the state, like knowing the stages is really important for sure. You have to be mindful of how red you go early in the early stages, but
Yeah.
there's like pros and cons to, because if you go early, you have a gap now, and it's a lot easier to defend a gap than it is to try to make up a gap sometimes.
I don't know how the start is going to work, but it's I believe a mass start.
Yeah.
So your
That's so
You don't
solo
know.
riders are mixed with your duo riders.
Yeah.
So I
Did you
think
guys negotiate call-ups?
yeah, we don't know call-ups.
That's okay. I'm used to doing
By
that.
day 2, they call it by the leader jerseys
rank.
in each category.
Oh, I'm excited.
We'll learn so much more at the meeting.
Okay, we are technically the day before the race, and this evening there's a mandatory meeting for all riders and staff at 5 p.m. at the main check-in hotel. So that's where we're headed now. We're gonna go find out, I guess, all of the race details from the race organizers. So it should be interesting. I'm waiting here for you.
Switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly, just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my
You're my
life.
witnesses.
Mark, you're my witness.
I don't want that responsibility.
You always take me so high, you always make the highlights. I love the way you vibe. You're like a centerfold. Ooh, that's the you got what I need.
I thought it was quite cool what they've done for this race. So they've printed out onto stickers that go onto your top tube each day's, I guess, riding profile. So you know at 6K, that's when the rollout ends and then the race begins. You know how many meters you're climbing, you know where the aid station is. So you stick that. Most stage races are doing this, but I think it's quite neat. And that's your day 1, that's your day 2, day 3, all the way to 7. That's super cool. And then also, there's this little thing and it says Crave Custom. Especially if you're doing the cleaning services and stuff like that, you can have a custom name. These are our plates. Your timing chip on the back. And then this is the back number, which I find very large. So without touching or affecting any details or sponsors, we're just gonna lightly make these a little bit smaller. It should be ratio. When your back is this big, it should be, no, I'm only kidding. And then we've got, yeah, fun stuff. Socks. Fun stuff. And then earlier we actually got also luggage, like proper luggage bags, which I don't know how we're gonna get home because we were already super loaded getting here. So that might be interesting. But it was very, very thoughtful and unique to this race. So that was it. And now we are, I guess, just prepping for dinner. And And then prepping like our saddlebags, because we haven't done that yet. And then we go to bed. Then we wake up early.
To the